first, give us a little background on IRN Payment Systems.
I started the company 22 years ago. We basically provide credit card processing services to the community and the industry. And we've been doing that successfully for 22 years.
Because of that, you have 3 children.
Yes.
And you have one son, Danny.
Yes.
And Danny was the inspiration for a charity that you started, Danny's
Yes.
Wish.
Yes.
So tell us a little bit of how IRN processed into Danny's Wish.
Well, I mean, it's kind of Danny's Wish kind of developed the whole process, which is what we're going to talk a little bit about. But I mean, I developed a charity for Danny, my youngest son. I was just always, many people have touched my lives with Danny, including Danny myself. I mean, he just changes my life.
But we should explain that Danny he's autistic.
He's autistic.
Yeah.
So he was diagnosed at a very early age. I mean, we wanted to raise an awareness for other families and other people about autism. I mean, autism has been one of the most how do I put it? One of the most disabilities that have been on a tremendous uprise. And for us, it was very difficult to really understand how that affected our family. And we never really isolated Danny. We took him out to every single event. And I'm a chronic sports fan. I mean, I own tickets for the Knicks, the Jets, the Mets, the Islanders, and Danny's experienced it all.
And you wanted to be able to give other people that same opportunity. So how did you go about doing that?
So basically, we created Danny's Wish to raise an awareness for autism and autism-related spectrum disorders, but also to provide life-enhancing resources to other families who may not have the wherewithal.
To be able, so they could take their kids out to those same games and things like that.
Today's economy, it's tough enough for families to, have discretionary income to take them out to go to dinner on a weekend.
Right.
We wanted to provide some of these families with some autistic children to be able to go and see a sporting event, go to a concert.
Right.
So that was one of my inspirations in starting Danny's Wish.
But what happened was you said that there was a little bit of a problem that you ran into, so you developed another process.
One night he came to me, I said, you know what, maybe if I took, like, my fixed expense in my back room is my fixed expense. So if I could grab, let's say, the next 1,000 merchant accounts that we brought in as a company, maybe I can donate 100% of our profits to Danny's Wish. Although, unfortunately, the IRS prohibits us from actually doing that because once you get to a certain percentage of revenues that you donate, you're actually taxed on it. So we came up with this unique way. We hired a law firm, and we actually challenged them to come up with a system on how we can not only help just Danny's Wish, but really all charities across the globe.
So let me get this straight. So just so that people at home understand. So if a company has the processing through your company or through your organization, they can take what they already is their fixed source that they're already spending, and they could funnel it through a charity, and then they get credit for the charity.
It's the most unbelievable paradigm. If you think about it.
And they don't have to take any more money out of the pocket because it's already an expense that they have.
Exactly. I mean, you have an expense, you run a business, you accept credit cards. So what we do is we convert them over to the whole process at exactly the same price that they're currently paying. So there isn't an additional expense, there isn't anything extra they have to do. But now, for the first time, they have the ability to take the rebate or the profits that I would make on that account, I give it back to them with the hope that they're going to designate to the charity of their choice, and they can pick up the 2 charities for the first upon enrolling, and then they can choose another 2 charities every quarter, or they can keep the same ones, but ultimately they have the choice of changing up to 8 charities a year. But the real benefit here is that they're taking basically the resources they have to pay every single day to run their business, and now they're using it to benefit a charity of their choice. So if you think about it, for the first time ever, charities are actually developing a residual or a portfolio, a residual of donations on a monthly basis.
Now, if somebody wants to find out about this, where can they go?
To thewholeprocess.com.
Wholeprocess.com.
Or they can call into our center directly. It's 1-800-366-1388, and they can hit extension 8, and that's our enrollment department, and they can talk to an enrollment expert, and they can get information. But here's the kicker, the best thing about it. By making the actual rebate and choosing a charity of their choice, as long as it's a registered charity, they're getting the tax deduction or the benefit to qualify for that tax deduction, which is tremendous. So we're no longer limited to the amounts of money that we can raise for all charities across the world. And that's really the key here. And using your business resources that you need every single day to run your business is now funding the charity of your choice, and you're getting the tax deduction.
I think it's a fantastic paradigm. Thank you very much for being here. Again, the website?
Thewholeprocess.com.
Wholeprocess.com. Thank you very much.
Thanks so much for having me. I appreciate it.